Hello everyone, welcome back to Factorio. So let's get back into things. So I have been let's check to see that turns on mic. Okay. I have been thinking and I have been taking comments as well from some of you, and I have decided to make a few changes. Now, I'm happy enough with this setup here, but not so much with this here. So I'm going to start making improvements to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to completely remove these lot here and keep these where they are, because I have an idea that'll make this here a lot better. So let me try and explain this as we go along. And I'll go up there, it's too noisy. Right, so we have a conveyor belt going up here. We've got these various different items going along it. Now the thing is, we've got 4 science packs getting created along here, so it kind of makes sense to have another conveyor belt running along here, and we just take with the red grabbers, these ones here, from the outside belt, and then use the just ordinary blue one for the inside belt, and that way we can carry 4 lots up through here. Now the other thing as well is, and I'll just demonstrate it here by removing this here for now, just so I can get a good demonstration going. Right. So we have, if you imagine 2 belts here, so let's just do that. Let's imagine we've got 2 belts here. And we've got our grabber on the opposite side that grabs it and puts it into here. Well, not that way, this way here. So now it grabs from this belt, and we've got this belt, so we can have either side. So this side will have the red, this side will have the green, this side will have, etc, etc. It'll have the different ones, and it'll just grab whatever it takes as it goes past. So that's all well and good. So you're probably thinking to yourselves, well, what happens if you get more science packs and you need to expand? Well, we go to the opposite side and we do the exact same thing. We mirror it. So we'll have another lane going up along here, and we expand up the ways. Now this here will be moved over to here. So we're going to remove this, but we're going to put it over here, and it's going to improve it a lot better. And we're going to we're going to leave everything the way it is here, because that's working fine. I think we're okay with the amount that's being created. But what we're going to do is we're going to have it flowing down this way, and then if we need to expand... Sorry, that's not right. We're going to put it... We're going to leave it here. Actually, no, not put it there, because we need to expand this way. We're going to rebuild it here and expand this way. The thing is, if we need to add more of these here, we can. We can just, no matter of replicating what we see, but we're going to improve it. We're going to make this here a lot better. So, let's make some alterations. So, we're happy enough. I think we're happy enough with this here, lads. I'm going to keep that. So, I'm going to remove all this here in between and get a few things changed. So, I'm just going to remove all this and keep that where it is. We will improve on it in a second. And I'm going to remove all this here. All this is going to be gone. And then we can make some alterations. Just gonna move all this here. There we are. There we go. Get that one. This one, this one, this one. And remove this here. So we'll have the belts coming down the ways. It makes sense, so we're gonna actually replace everything. And then those lines will have to go. We'll make improvements as we go along. That's going to go as well. We're just going to make some changes to those poles as well. The grabbers are okay where they are. We'll just expand on them in a second. The electric poles will be added back in. It's just I need to find a way to make this here a bit more efficient. Right, and there. Okay, so that's that. So the belts are going to come down the ways instead. Like this. Right, like that there. So they're going to come down like this. And we can get it to go up the ways, but we're not going to do that for now. And then we'll do the same the opposite side. So it'll be 2 going like this here. So these are only put here for expansion purposes. They're not going to be in use. Well, one of them's not going to be in use. because we do have the other ones. And we'll keep that there. And then we replicate the opposite side. So anything that comes down here will fill up to the brim. And we can expand it. We can expand this down to about here. And I think this many down here will do the job. I don't think there's any need for it to be any more than that. Because if you think about it, it's just going to be like a steady amount. So what we will do is the ones that are coming off, they'll go into these boxes, but we will be able to put them into the various different conveyors in a way that they won't clog up, and it only takes whatever is needed. Now I did originally think, well, we'll put it into boxes as well, so we can store some of them. That means you're going to have 4 different, well, no, like you're going to have boxes in between, and it takes up a lot of space. So there's no need for that. It'll only take whatever it needs, and that's pretty much it. And this way, if it fills up with the red, it stops producing red. But this here needs to change, all this here, because we only need to take whatever it is off here. So for example, if this fills up with red, what it'll do is it'll backlog here and completely stops, so it won't use any resources. It just stops instead of producing too much. And then we'll replicate the same thing on the opposite side. Over here we'll do the same thing as we have here, except we'll have it as like a bit of an overflow. So if it fills up the bottom here, it'll go into this one. But what we could do is we can just sort of have it looping around like this and going up the ways. So that'll go around this way, and then this will come around and go up that way. And I think that will do the job. Yeah, it should do the job, so I think that's a good way of doing things. But we'll leave one gap in between. So this is going to go up the ways instead. Like this, and loop round. So that'll attach into here and loop round. And we'll do the same here. So they can stay where they are, they're okay. Like this. And it'll end up at the top, and then this will come around like this. Alright, there we go. And that will come down here. Oh, it's picking up stuff as it goes down. That's okay. If it goes around there, that's alright. That's alright. And with that, so we don't get any foreign objects into it. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Let me just check to see if there's anything in these boxes. That can go. That can stay. I'm going to try and put them all into this, into whatever box I can. Just see which ones are full. There we go, I can go in there. And I can go in here. And same with this. And we'll put the rest in here. There we go. So we've got plenty of space. And then it'll end here. These will both end. That's as big as we'll get it. If we need to expand, we can just replicate, obviously, these two over here, and we just loop them around. So it's just going to do like a big U around, and they'll stop, but it won't clog. This will be designed in a way that it won't clog if there's too much of one potion. Right, so since we have that there all hooked up, what we'll do is we'll go down one more, turn it right, and loop it around like that, and we'll do the same here, like that. And then this is going to go along here. Like this. Like that there. There we go. So what'll happen is potions will come down here. If there's too much, it'll go up here. And if we need to expand these here, we just simply copy this layout and paste it here, and it pretty much comes around, so it loops around to this side again. If you imagine it was over there, we'll move them boxes. So now we have that figured out, we need to put in these red ones, so they're going to go on the top. So actually we'll move them to the bottom. So they're going to go this way. They're going to go on the bottom. Like this. and here, and here. And same thing on the opposite side. They're going to be on the bottom. Again, these are only for the additional ones. What does that require that we don't have? Copper, so let's go and grab some of that. There we go. What was that using? I suppose we'll grab some of these. And some of these. And some of this. There we go. That'll quicken things up. There we go. Right, so let's continue with this. There, 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 there. Let's remove those electric poles because they're going to get replaced. I accidentally removed one of those blue ones. I'll get that back now in a second. We'll put these here in first. And we need a few more. And this is going in here. So the blue ones will grab from this one, and then the red one will grab from the opposite track. The blue ones aren't actually needed, but that's pretty much it. And we don't need a filter or anything because it'll only grab, you know, whatever it needs. So that's a bonus. There, and same the opposite side. So we have another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's another 6. And while that's making that, we'll put on these here. And I'll put the electric poles in between. That's that, and this one. There. Now we can get the electric poles, which is these ones here. Where can they go? I suppose they can go above the blues. There. Every odd one, I suppose. Yeah, like this here. Every odd one. Like that, and then same here. And I can go there, I can get replaced. That's going there. And then we do the same thing on the opposite side. And yeah, there we go, that's it all hooked up. Excellent. Now we just need to feed into the correct ones. So what we'll do is we will loop these here belts over and into the correct ones, so it'll kind of make sense to keep it in this here sort of format. So we need to remove this wall here because we're going to have 4 conveyor belts. The reason I'm adding 4 conveyor belts is to prevent further issues. And all this here can be replaced. Oh, that's going. That conveyor belt above can stay where it is. That's okay. But we'll make alterations to it here now. Right, so the first one we'll have it, and then we'll get this rid of this here. This is not needed. Because they're all going to flow up the ways. And we can go down here and remove this one. There. That's it. Right. So the red one is, we're going to take out using the filters first. So it's going to take off, let me see, we'll place this on there, so it's going to have to, let's think about this, it's going to have to go here. So this belt will actually have to move. Because it'll put, oh wait, what side does it put it on again? Because this side, oh wait, there's already filters there, my bad. I actually didn't see them. That's okay, so the filters are there, so that's alright. That's actually made things a wee bit better. So this one's going to go down to the first one. Like here. Second one, 2, 3 and 4. So that's going there. That's going here. This one's going to here. And then this one's going to the far side. That. There we go. Which will then flow. Oh wait, we have to put them into the forgot we have to put them onto the right conveyor belts. Oh, I didn't really think of this. But I suppose I wonder if that'll work, because then what that'll do is that'll put it on. Tell you what, that actually will probably work if we, because that'll look to put it on that side there, but if we get it to, I wonder if this here will work. I kind of want to try that out, see if this here will work. That'll put it onto the 2 that goes on here, and then the rest will probably do the same. I need to try this out. Have we got any? We do. I want to try this out. How do you put it on again? Oh, that's the wrong one. And let's get that back. Alright, so let's try this here, right? Let's get this again. We'll put it here. And then this one, if it's working, should put it on the opposite side. Yeah, that's perfect. That works pretty well. So now we just need to replicate what we see there. So this is getting modified. Let's go on sideways. Going like this. And it goes up the ways. Comes over, comes down, then like that. Yeah, and if we have any more, they'll go over to the other ones. Like this. And I want this to look tidy, so this will come down, then like this, and come down into here, like that. Perfect. Let's join them up. Alright, so let's get this thing going. So we'll get the red ones going first. Oh, that's wrong. I've done that incorrectly. Let's go on there. So this is going here. So they'll flow around until they get to the top. And it'll only take whatever it needs. So we'll wait until that's finished. And then we'll do the green ones as well. We'll try to put as much of these out as possible. this should start backing up. Once there's loads of space. There we go. I know this is a boring process, but it needs to be done. Probably run out by the time this is done. Although I think there's quite a few of them in our inventory. Yeah, there we go. They're starting to back up there now. And I think this is the last one we have on us. And then we'll move on to the green. And then the black ones. I think it's black or grey, I don't know which. Right, that's that. And let's get the green ones. So they'll flow around. There we go. Now I know we don't have the same amount of research facilities, because we've taken up quite a lot of them, but we can expand if needed, and we just go to the right. So we have good enough process with this, and the research facility should work away flawlessly now because of all this. But it's just a matter of actually making the stuff now is going to be the hard part. I think we might just replicate what we see here, but no, I should just make the components. I think that'll be the hardest part of doing everything here. So yeah, we'll see what happens anyway. Hopefully it's not too difficult. I just ran out of green, so let's go on to the next one, which is the black. We don't have that many of them, so let's put them here. And I'm just quickly respond to a text while I do that. No, just responding to a text. Right. There we go. Is it done yet? Nope, almost. So at least now we know what needs to be made. Phone in my pocket. Actually, no, I'll take my phone out. I just remember it caused interference with the microphone. Right, so we have them all put out. That is good. Let's see how much we got in that. Good. And then I'll back up the way. So we do have plenty. And as you see here, it'll only take over whatever is needed. And we have these here in between. So, if needed, we can put another 4 along here, and I don't even know if we need that many science packs. I can't remember how many science packs there is, but we've got room here for 8. So we've got 2, 4, 6, and 8. And if we ever have, more, it's just a matter of, improving it a bit better. It shouldn't be too hard. What we could do is, eventually, have like a conveyor that goes underneath and picks it out of that, which has requiring having to move it a bit, but it's doable. It's completely doable. This is just what I had in my head. And as you see here, so these are going to stop producing it. It'll only be these here producing it. So now you've got you don't have as many resources working on doing different things. Let's follow that. Let's take some of this. Right. So this here is okay. We just need to improve on this. I don't want to have stuff looping. That's the main thing. I don't want that to happen. Just want absolute basics coming into this stuff. So this here will be pretty much easy. This is just a few factories making gears, and another one taking the plates. So we don't want this here. All this looping crap needs to stop. So what I'm thinking is we'll have one conveyor belt. For things like this here, we'll just do what we've done above. So we'll have plates come this side, and these here coming on the other, so that's not going to be hard. It's just no matter of dropping it onto the side. Comes around here and stockpiles along there. Would kind of make sense to, because it'll go to the end of here, I suppose. It would kind of make sense to what's the word? Does only need to put it into boxes? Yeah, no, it is. I think it's good to have it going into box so we can make loads of stuff. Thing is, because that grabber's there, it's just going to go to the end here, and there's going to be about 10 or so of these gear wheels, but that's okay. We're all right, no, with that. It's just no stockpiling really. Things like this here where it needs multiple components. Well, that's just using 2, so that's okay. That again, that setup is all right. So we'll just we're actually going to move this over to here, so that'll make things a bit better. Let's do that actually. So this is going here, and the conveyor belt's going up the ways. We're just going to replicate what we see here, and then we have a box and a grabber. There and there. And this one's going to filter this. And all that can be removed. There we go. That's sorted, so now it'll only stockpiled here, and that's pretty much it. That's good. Again, this here, we will put the components, the various different components in. So it's one doing the grabber and the other's doing the this here. So what we can do is this here, we'll put it on this side, and this one will put it on the opposite side, but we need another belt to feed in from one into the other. So we could have another belt. Might have to put some space in between it. That's alright, that setup's perfect. It's just a matter of putting whatever in. So what we'll do is, in order to make I've got an idea for this. Oh, we can't put 2 in there. Well, that's kind of messed things up a wee bit. Suppose we'll put raw materials in the back. So raw materials will go in the back here, so we need to make some modifications here. Raw materials go this side. Outputs get put on this here side. That'll do. So this needs to go here, and we'll put another one down beside it. So put them really close to each other actually. We'll not be too shy on making different things. That's going there, and that's going here. Stuff that gets put out is going on the opposite side. So we'll put output, output, and the rest of this belt's not needed. And then we have an input. Input can go at the start, where we have various different things coming in. That's there. So that's input, output. And we'll have the let's see. Suppose copper needs to come on this side here. So we do need to take that down. If we put a box here in the middle. Let's see. So that's iron is going to come in here. And copper. We could do that loop thing with the copper and iron again. No, I'll tell you what, we'll not. We'll have it that it only comes into these here ports. So that's your iron, so we'll have one routing off to go up here and go into the iron one. So let's do that. Each box can go to a different thing. That'll do, yeah. So let's make modifications. So my idea is, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got 6 boxes. So this first box will route off here and go into this. Second box will route off and go into all these here other items for making different things. So let's do that. But we don't want to. Yeah, we can use conveyors and stuff. So that's going to go there. And I suppose we can go here. Actually, let's go a little bit more. And turns up this way. And then this is just going to put a. So that's going to go around there. And then we have another sort of similar setup with the copper where it grabs from this, puts it into a conveyor belt, and that's going to go around and under. And I wonder what side. I was putting it on the left side, so this needs to go on the opposite side. This way. That will then loop up. And then go under our conveyor, which then turns this way and goes up into here. So when you get a conveyor. There we go. So that'll loop around there and end here. And now we need to power this. So I can go here, here. There we go. Let that work away. And then this box will fill up with copper. But we'll actually... No, we'll leave it the way it is. That's okay. Now this will eventually fill up. But I'm going to help it fill up. We don't want that much. And I'm just going to put it there. That's the end of that. We don't want too much of that being produced. Although it's good, we don't want that much. Let that work away. Right, so that setup is completely working. Now we'll focus on this here side. So what we need to do now is pretty much remove everything, and we'll work from right to left. Oh, Christ, didn't mean to do that. What the hell was that again? Which one's that? Oh, walls. Don't have any walls, I do. Right, let's remove all this. And that's going. And this is going. And this is going. Okay. What the heck on this? Now, see the way it's starting to back up there? That's what we want. Now, focus on this here one. So this one here, we need to make these and tracks. So we're going to have a similar enough setup. Raw materials will go in the left, output will go on the right, if wherever we can. But it looks like it's all going to have to come in the left side and only pop out on the right. So what we need to do is we need to put this along here, and we're going to try and utilize as much space as possible. So it's going to go around here, and this is the output. Right. Now we get our thingies, and that's going to go here. I'll have 4 of them. And these here coming up. Our outputs are... Well, we need to put it on different sides. How are we going to achieve this? Well... we could actually... Let's see now, if we... Okay, so first one, let's get the first one done. Where is it going to this area? So the first one's here, this one's going to put it out. We want it to output. We'll do the tracks first. So track. Right. So that's going to output track. So the first couple are going to do track. How do you make track again? So that one requires an iron gear wheel. Okay. But how many does it need, iron gear wheel? Just 1-to-1 ratio. Okay. So what we can do is we can do this one here will be the iron gear wheel. Iron gear wheel, and this here, which takes... Yes, perfect, pretty much. So that's going there. That needs to come away because it's going to be a direct feed in. And that's going to go here, which is going to the gear wheel. So it's going to be a direct feed and puts it in here. And we do this exact same again. Yeah, so I'm just trying to think, because I don't want to take up too much space here. We need to remember that this is going over here. Don't want to take up too much space, so we're going to have to go down the ways. So we'll do the same thing again. This here, and a space. This one's going to do this because we want 2 of each, and this one's going to be the gear wheel. This is going to direct feed in here, and then it's going to output it out here. There we are. Now we need to make these grabbers, and this grabber uses an iron plate, an iron gear wheel, and an electronic circuit. So we're going to have 2 feeds in before it outputs. So in order to achieve this, we're going to have to do a bit of creative thinking here. So this is going to go here and here, so they'll feed in. Both of these here will feed in. And what does it need? Oh, that's not right. That's 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. So that's going to put it out there. That's going there. And now we need to make the grabbers. Yeah, we're going to have to remove all this here and move it down quite a bit because I need to expand on a lot of stuff. Right, so let's get the next one going. So this one's going here. This is going to be the grabber. To make the grabber, we need to feed various different things in, so we need to move all this here a bit. Now we can't interfere with this. This can't be interfered with at all. But we will move that. Just level that out for a second. This is our limit. So we've got grabber. So we'll make another set of grabbers. 2 inputs. And to make the grabber, we need an electronic circuit and an iron gear wheel. So it makes sense to have the iron gear wheel here. Or here, I'm trying to think which. Iron gear wheel can go here. And electronic circuit can go here. That's perfect. So raw materials will flow into this. And that goes into there, which then pops it out into the opposite side of the belt. So that's going there, but we need to take this here out. Need to be smart about this. So we're looking to make 2 for each. So what I'm trying to say is we're trying to do 2 ends, so we're gonna 2%, no, like per expand, if you get what I mean. Now it kind of makes sense to have it all going this way. Yeah, so instead of it going down the way as it goes left, and then we can figure out a way to change all this so it's no proper layout. Yeah, I think that's a better idea. So instead of going down the ways, because the last thing we want is outputs. Right, so let's do this again. It comes out here, and so to make this, we need a gear wheel and iron plate. And an iron plate, so the iron is flowing here. So I'm going to do 2 of those, space in between, or the belt goes in between. This is the plates coming in. Let's come this way. And then this one's doing the track. This one's making the gear cogs. And this one here's making gear cogs as well. Perfect. So we'll have just plates will just flow on here. That's that all pretty much done, and it'll just make whatever is needed. So that's a lot better. So that's going in here, that's going in here, and that's outputting into that. Perfect. And now we just need to put iron into this from this here side. Then we do the same thing down below, where it'll be making the grabber, and we'll work at that in the next episode. Okay. So far so good. We might have to move everything you see here over a bit. So what we'll do is this here setup is okay. This here setup is okay, but I need to move this over because I want the level. I want them to be level. I want them to be sort of uniform. Because the idea is if we need to expand, it's just a matter of copy and pasting it. You know, just replicate what you see it. So it can't be that complicated. And we need to do it in a way that it cannot loop. It has to go straight in as, I can't remember the name of the user to suggest, but you know who you are. You commented in episode 26, I think it was, and he did say not loop, so I'm going to take advice, do not loop. Right, so that's it for this here episode. Thanks very much for watching. If you have any comments, any suggestions, I'll drop it down in the comments below, or visit Discord channel that's linked in the description. If you are enjoying the content, do consider subscribing if not, and drop us a like if you like what you see. It does help tell me what sort of content people are looking for, and I try and focus those areas a little bit more in the future. But other than that, thanks again for watching. See you in the next one. I would like to give a massive shout out to the channel donators. You help make these videos possible.